Walk us through the show up framework. Just talk about the components and explain how
Sure.
parents can practically apply these principles in their daily interactions with their preteens.
Sure, man. I'm just smiling because I'm sweating over here like crazy. That's all right.
You need a glass of water?
We all get them right here. I stay hydrated. Mm.
Okay.
As the show up framework is, it's to meet the challenges that happen during our preteen years. So in preteen years, there's a transition from dependent to independence, and it's a new role. And in this transition, there's a lot of expectations or stressors on the kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the first identity breaking that the kid is going through, major identity breaking. And if we meet their needs during this time, we can tell them how to tell themselves empowering stories. So, three things that they experience. I call it a wall of ice. Identity breaking, the collaborative mistrust, because now they're looking for new points of views and they don't know who to trust. They don't know who to work with. And then three is E is emotional management. Right now, biologically, they are going to experience high emotions and low emotions. And there's actually a reason for that, like a biological positive reason. It's so that they're more sensitive, so that they can experience the world more. Right? And that's why music at this day and age, at this developmental stage, it hits harder. It feels good. And yeah, so they put up this wall of ice to distance themselves from somebody who's trying to tell them a story. And they're like, no, I'm trying to experience some other stories at the moment. And that creates tension. What I do with the parents is it's called the show up framework. And starts with a strong identity. I'm actually going to give evidence and examples of an empowering identity within you to help you show up in the world. Now, I work with the parents directly. I don't work with the kids anymore, but this is how I used to do it in classroom. I'm speaking to your virtues and values. Virtues and values just means there's actually a deeper explanation for it. Virtues means working for the well-being of others or working for the well-being of yourself. Values is what's important to you. After that, it's H, hold space for collaborative thinking and critical thinking. That H is, when kids are experiencing problems, oftentimes they think, what's wrong with me? And they go into victim mode or learned helplessness. The parent says, hey, nothing's wrong with you. This is the problem, and I'm here to solve it with you collaboratively. And then we invite them into the conversation, and then there's actually a framework for that also. SHOO is opening up communication. The quality of our communication is directly related to the quality of our life. This is teaching them how to tell themselves empowering talks, speak to themselves in an empowering way. Because the voice with which you speak to a kid is a voice with which they eventually speak with themselves. All right? And then W is wonder and explore the world together. That means doing hard things over an extended period of time. It comes from Carol Dweck's book, Grit. It's learning how to commit to something hard from your identity. Again, your virtues and values. That's the framework. And then UP is unveil their potential. It means celebrate. Like applauding them for putting in the hard work. Yeah.
Okay.
So when you start to show up again and again and again, you're teaching your kid how to form an identity, whereas they can show up for the other stressors of life.